entire to a party hosted by none other than famous rap mogul Puff Daddy. It's going to be an extravagant gala and definitely going to skyrocket your social media following.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's just Diddy and a few of his close friends looking like plankton in his basement dungeon. And you're being told to take a bottle of lube to a private room to prepare yourself, all
What
while
the
Diddy
hell?
licks his lips and looks at you, whispering to himself, I was in one bedroom, dreaming of a million. Now I'm in beach houses, cream to the ceiling.
Yo, this
As you're
can't be
about to
real,
find out,
dog.
One of Puff Daddy's most famous lyrics could have been quite literal. 1,000 bottles of lube, enough to fill a very large aquarium. This was
What?
the shocking discovery inside of one of Puff
Bro, this
Daddy's
is
homes
great.
after a federal search warrant was executed against him. And all of that lube? Well, it was meant to be used by some of your favorite celebrities in what Diddy
that's
called
crazy,
freak-off
bruh.
parties. Try
I
to
don't even know
picture
who to call
1,000
the
bottles
GOAT,
of
bruh. These
lubricant.
niggas be taking-
Odds are you're not
taking
picturing
me,
enough. At 12 fluid ounces each, Diddy's freak-out lube stash would be almost enough to completely fill a 100-gallon fish tank. So why did Diddy need enough lube to create a slip and slide that could stretch across the entire length of a movie theater, from the lobby to the front screen? And we mean that literally. 1,000 12-ounce bottles equals about 93 gallons, which would let you cover a slip and slide 6 feet wide and around 630 feet long with 1 millimeter of personal lubricant, or a total surface area of almost 350 meters. At Diddy's movie theater, you could slide in the front door on a cushion of sex lube, whiz by the concession stand for
This
your
is
popcorn and
crazy.
soda, and then slide into your front row seats
Bro,
right by the big screen.
this is crazy.
And what's playing in Diddy's theater? Well, one of his personal home movies, but more on that soon. First, let's talk about enough lube to drown an elephant seal. Americans buy in bulk, as we know, and there's a Costco right down the street. These are actual statements from P. Diddy's lawyer in response to the discovery of 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil at Diddy's home. While it is true that Americans enjoy bargain shopping from big box stores, most Americans also don't need enough lubricant to fully insert a Minuteman intercontinental ballistic missile into a missile silo that is a little nervous because
What the
this is their
hell?
first time. The public discovery of Diddy's freak-off parties come alongside startling revelations from the numerous criminal cases against him. In 2023, Sean John Combs, aka P. Diddy, aka
This is
Diddy,
crazy.
aka Puff Daddy, aka Lube Daddy, aka P. Slip and Slide, aka Federal Defendant Number 1, saw his entire career unwind with allegations that he had abused and exploited former girlfriend Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie. He was 37 years old and she was just 19 when they first met, quickly making her financially and career dependent on him. At these freak-off parties, it's alleged that he forced Cassie to perform acts on others against her will. The case would be settled out of court without the terms of the settlement being publicly revealed. However, it's likely that this included a
This
very
is
large
crazy,
financial
chat.
compensation.
This is
There's no
crazy.
word on compensation for Diddy blowing up Kid Cudi's car after he became enraged to discover that Cudi had been dating Cassie. Given how much lube Diddy had on hand, getting his car blown up was the least of Cudi's worries. But Cassie's lawsuit was the tip of the iceberg, because Puff Daddy, aka Lube Master 3000, was already facing several other
Lube
cases
Master
for exactly the
3000?
same type
What
of
type of
behavior. And front and center of
That's
these
his nick-
allegations were P. Baby Oil Diddy's freak-off parties, for both legal reasons and to protect their reputations. It has become incredibly difficult to get solid details on what exactly went on at these freak-off
God.
parties from those who attended. But it doesn't take much imagination
What's up,
when
chat?
there are literally 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil involved. Odds are, with that much lubricant to make things nice and slippery, Diddy and his guests were not hosting a chess club. Some leaks have emerged, though, painting a
What
sordid
the
picture of Combs'
fuck?
freak-off parties.
What the
Allegedly,
hell?
They involved multi-day-long marathons of physical debauchery, with P. Diddy, aka Slip Daddy, flying in sex workers specifically for the events. That particular allegation seems to have some basis in reality, as amongst the many charges Diddy seems unable to slip out of are related to sex trafficking across state lines, for which he is being prosecuted under the infamous Mann Act. Allegedly, Diddy's flesh fests would begin after his famous white parties, which would attract major celebrities such as Leonardo DiCaprio and Mariah Carey. However,
GG's,
after
Diddy.
the A-listers left,
GG's,
Diddy would
bruh.
put on a completely
Real-
different
like
show
real
for
rap.
a select group of friends. Michael Kaplan of the New York Post, who broke details on Freak Off,
What's crazy
reported
is,
that
man,
Diddy would lure
Diddy is in, like, Diddy plays the background person for a lot of people who we see as stars. like all the way down to fucking Tupac. Like he has something to do with him getting murdered, and we don't even. It's been so many years and so many generations. We don't even know. We don't even like. It gets crazy, bruh. Like the industry is fake. It's all. It. I can't even say that it's used to influences, but it is because it's like whoever has the most money can broadcast anything to you at any given time. What's up, Golden Goat? What's up? What's up? But yeah, so that's all it is. If I have a lot of money, if my music suck, you're gonna see me so much that you're eventually gonna think, well, he's somebody now. Hey, you're in my mind. I know your name. I paid so much to get you in front. Like, there's no way you don't know me now. Now you know me, and that's how they make stars by just having a lot of money and being seen a lot. I, and that's all it is. And he was gatekeeping. He was doing stuff with these people, you know, and making them stars. But like, we got secrets. We know what you did to get what you did. Because all it is money. All you're doing is trying to get more money. You're in this room sitting at these tables trying to get money. Is like that's it. You're trying to advance your career, better career, more money. That brand deal, more money. That's all it is. You're doing this for money. Like literally. You can be famous without even going outside. You can be rich without going outside. Like you don't have to take this route. This is just old. This old shit in the new generation, and this generation ain't having it. So yeah.
In women whom he was personally managing or had met at various adult clubs, along with sex workers. Using either drugs, money, or power over their career, Diddy forced the women to participate. Afterwards, to ensure their silence, he would use video footage taken at the events as blackmail leverage or simply threaten to ruin their career.
See?
But Freakoffs had other
Look,
surprises.
he would blackmail them like he wouldn't tell them that he was filming. So imagine if I'm a new upcoming, I got like 500,000 on Instagram, Drake know me, all this stuff. He invite me, I get a whole room full of girls. I didn't even know he filmed this. It's Megan Thee Stallion, Janae Aiko, fucking Beyonce. I crack me. Hey, and it's like I didn't know he was filming. And the people, they damn sure are not gonna let it get out. Cause who am I? I'm not anybody. So now I'm I'm the least person that should even be worrying about it getting out. But like I still would be mad if it got out. So it's like it's so many equations to manipulation and just being able to have a video or pictures of somebody and holding it over their head, like that's ransom. People pay. Like people will pay you. There's videos and pictures that can ruin marriages and relationships. So people try their best to hide it. Like they'll go years inside quiet. Like what's the point of bringing it up? It happened, it happened. It's not that serious. So but you realize that it is because you trapped now. Like if I call your phone, you better answer, nigga. Or this video is being posted somewhere. Like, he has them by the palm of their hand. Like, it's like, yeah, he can pay them. You could pay him $50,000. I'ma delete all the stuff. Whole time he got it somewhere or already sent it to somebody else, and it's in a secret vault somewhere. So once you do some messed up stuff, like you sold your soul for type vibes, you kind of did because you sold your essence of that person. Whoever has the most up stuff, the effed up stuff on you, they control you in a way. They control you. So that's what he really was doing.
Of their own. According to a well-placed drug dealer who was invited to one of these events, male rappers would engage in acts with each other as well, including some very high-profile and well-known talent whose names have not come to the spotlight yet. However, for any fan of the Boondocks, this type of behavior has long been an open secret amongst the hip-hop community. Heavy security would ensure complete privacy, and only people personally invited by Combs were allowed to enter. Threats of violence, drug addiction, and blackmail were all used to ensure complete secrecy, as well as a healthy amount of payouts for at least some individuals, such as Cassie. Even if guests wanted to leave, the sheer amount of personal lubricant flooding the party space would have made that difficult. There's also been no publicly released footage or any photos from any of these freak-off parties, though low-effort media has been using old clips or photos from legitimate white parties that Diddy hosted in their place as clickbait. Allegations that celebrities like Kevin Hart, Leonardo DiCaprio, or Beyoncé attended these parties are unproven and rely entirely on photos and videos of them at known white parties. Combs is, at the time of writing, behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center after being labeled a flight risk. As federal raids against his U.S. homes were being carried out back in March, Diddy had taken his private plane to Antigua in the Caribbean. Thinking the situation over, he decided to return and was subsequently denied bail requests. Commenting on the discovery of 1,000 bottles of lubricant in one of his homes, Diddy, through his lawyer, wanted it to be clear that the presence of over 90 gallons of lube and baby oil was not, quote, as nefarious as it seemed. Because who doesn't have a commercial-sized aquarium's worth of personal lubricant for various needs in their home? Sean Slippery Combs is facing some serious jail time for the charges against him, even as the details of freak-off parties remain tightly under wraps by federal prosecutors. At a minimum, Combs faces 15 years in prison, though it's possible he could spend the rest of his life in prison if the federal sex trafficking charges are proven, along with a $250,000 fine. The real question is, how do federal authorities hope to keep a man behind bars who has spent so much of his life steeped in gallons and gallons of personal lubricant now slip into this video, the wealthy elite that own the world, or click this other video.